Any new motion, using any new technique, is that it's going to take hundreds of repetitions to start the ingraining process and to start building what's called muscle memory or neuromuscular re-education, or education if you want to get a little too scientific with it. We'll keep it simple here. But the first thing I want you to do is go through these 3 checkpoints. I'm going to go make sure my index finger knuckle is on bevel number 3 on the side. My pinky finger is all the way down to where it starts to taper out on the racket. The bottom meaty part of the hand is off the racket. And then I'm spreading my fingers out to make somewhat of a hooking action. And I want you to check this, and then I want you to hold this for a few seconds, maybe make a few swings, just a few forehand motions while you're doing this, get a little bit more comfortable with it. And then I want you to go ahead and spin the racket, and I want you to look back down and check each 3 pieces again, getting the exact same grip. Go ahead, another 3 seconds, just holding this position, really internalizing what this feels like. Spin the racket again, then we're gonna look down and make sure each of these 3 is correct. So we're going very slow, we're checking after each individual rep. We're gonna do this 100 times and make sure that we get the perfect grip 100 times in a row by watching this. Now the next step to this, you're gonna feel pretty comfortable once you've done that 100 times. The next step is we're gonna check once, and then we're gonna go ahead and spin the racket and try to recreate that exact same feel 4 more times. All right, so I'm just spinning the racket without looking. I'm getting back into the same grip. I'm making it feel exactly like it did when I was looking. And then that's 5 reps. And then on the 6th rep, we're gonna do the same thing again, and we're gonna check it. So we're constantly going back, checking to make sure we're using the right technique, and then getting used to doing this without looking at the racket. That's gonna be important when someone's hitting you a shot. You're gonna need to adjust this grip from a backhand to a forehand, and from a volley to a forehand, for many different variations, and get right to that perfect grip without having to think about it. You're gonna do that another 100 times. So 1 checking, 4 without looking, all the way up to 100. Now once we've done that 100 times, now we're ready to add the ball. So we're not gonna get into a lot of technique of how to do the forehand. That's coming up in the next videos. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and get that correct grip, check that, and then we're simply gonna toss the ball up and hit it to the opposing side of the court. So notice how that was just lobbing up on the opposing side of the court. I wasn't trying to rip it. I wasn't trying to do anything special to get any kind of spin or anything like that. I'm just knocking it over into the other side of the court and getting used to this grip, checking the grip after each shot and doing it 100 times. One thing that'll really help you with these drills is getting a ball hopper. You can get these at most sporting goods stores. Get at least, 20 to 50 balls. That way you won't have to pick them up as much when you're doing these reps. Go ahead and get one of these. That allows you to pick the balls up much easier, and you're gonna need that for the drills that we're gonna do later. So practice these grip drills, make this forehand grip second nature, and then let's move on to the next piece.